So hello guys, in this video we will demonstrate the task 5.2c, which is to glow the LED according to the sliders or created or through our created GUI, and create the or increase the intensity of the light through that GUI, which you will see how the system works in this task. So first of all, let's talk about the hardware connection, like how the hardware is set up. So you can see our Raspberry Pi is booted right now, and these are hardware connection in which we have connected three LEDs via a resistor and connected to the GND pin, which is our last pin, is 39, and it's our 11, 13 and 15 pins on the Raspberry Pi board. So you can see the circuit connection. We have connected the positive terminal or anode to the 11 for the red LED. For the green we have connected to 13, and similarly for the blue we have connected to 15, and we have connected resistors. We have connected through it via resistors. So this is our whole hardware setup. It's just pretty simple hardware setup. So now let's talk about the code. What's the code all like? So this is the code in which these are the libraries: RPI, GPI, or library for configuring the RP into Raspberry Pi board and use its pins. The TK inter is for creating the GUI. These are the library for GUI, and we have defined the LED pins here, 11, 13 and 15, and we have connected to the board and a GPIO board. So it means that the physical pins which are 11, 13 and 15 will be considered. You can see. So this is our code for define. So first of all, in this code we have defined our Raspberry Pi GPIO setup, in which means GPIO pins will trigger an output, or it will send an out connection, GPIO.out, which means send the current to the LEDs, and we have selected the pulse width modulation, PWM, which it stands for. So we have given it for the 100 Hertz, as it works well for the all LEDs. So first of all, we will start the LED as off. You can see it here in the code. So now let's create a GUI. This is the main window, code for the main window. We have set the dimension at 400, 300, and we have used the TK inter as TK library for here for creating this GUI. Now let's go to the downward. So through this code we will change the brightness. This is the segment of code with which we can change the brightness. We have converted the slider value to a number and actually change the LED brightness in our working system, and this will update the percentage of display. You can see how it will work. So now let's go to below, and we have defined the LED colors red, green and blue here, and we have created a list to store our controls, which are for the brightness slider and the percentage labels. And percentage label for the how much percentage light or battery, or I mean the LED is like how much percent the LED is getting electricity and how much it is glowing, it means for that. And it will create, now we'll create a label for every LED, like one label for red, for green and for blue through this segment of the code from 0 to 100, and it will be horizontally placed. Slider, this is our code for slider to control the brightness. And let's go below. Yes, and for this code we first of all, let's talk about this configure. It will just configure the value and it will change the brightness. Connect the slider to a function, that the slider that we have defined here, it will just be connected to the function, and the system will work from here. And this is the window for displaying the it's just a label that shows the current brightness and percentage, current brightness percentage, which will be shown here. Okay, so this is the final function on window close. Whenever we will close the window from here, it will just close our whole program, and it will just work in a loop, and whenever we click that, the program will just end. Okay, so we have the instruction that we have to create 3 rows for every LED, and this is just the code for that. Okay, and this is the code, and this is the text that it will appear, that adjust the sliders to control the LED brightness. Okay, so this is our whole code. So now let's just run it. You can see our GUI. Let me minimize, let me just minimize it, sorry, maximize it. And this is our whole system. Now let me show you in the full view how this it will work. So you can see I've placed it on the red LED slider, and it is just saying me to adjust the slider to control the LED brightness and close the window once you are done to close the program. So this is for the red LED, and now you can see how it will work. Let me I'm increasing it. You can see it in the video. As I'm increasing it, more the LED is glowing, and it just now the red LED is just glowing at the 100% value, the maximum which it can glow through the pulse width modulation which we have used in this code or in this program. So now let me minimize it. Wait a second. Let me just minimize it. Wait. Okay, so you can see, and as I'm decreasing the slider, my LED is also just slowly and slowly just turned off. You can see it here. Now let's move to the green LED. This green LED, I'll now increase the slider for it, and you can see that the green LED is also glowing and glowing. Let me increase the slider to the maximum value, which is 100%. You can see, and as I will decrease the value of this slider, you could see that my green LED is slowly decreasing. So it just shut down at 0%. And now let's test for the blue LED. I'll just do the testing for the blue LED, and you can see as I'm increasing the slider to its topmost value, 100%, which is, you can see 100% for the blue LED. You can see our LED just slowly starts to turn off. So okay guys, this is our final working system, and I've showed you how this system works, how the system is tested, and how on increasing every LED percentage, and on every percentage how the LED changes its color. You can see at 29% the LED glows like this, and also if I'll just reduce it, it will just glow in a very smaller way, like in a, it will just glow just dimly and it will just gradually be dimmer and dimmer. So as I'll increase it, more intensity it will get. It represents on how much, it depends on how much percentage our LED is getting, how much percentage of electricity it is getting, and how much percentage it is, and how much percentage it is glowing. At more the percentage, more brighter the light will be, and it's for the case for every LED. For the green one, similar for the blue one. Okay, so this is our final working system. We implemented it through the PWM, which means the pulse width modulation, which regulates the control at how much, like how much the signal, or how much the control should be given, how much the signal should be given to the, or electricity should be given to the LED, and how much signal should be transferred, and depending on that signal our LED glows brightly or dimly. So we use that function in this code, and using Tkinter we created a GUI. So thank you. This is our final working system. I hope you like this video, and I've represented my knowledge to its complete and its to its finest. Thank you.